The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Michelle Bachelet, says she isn't sure when the UN report on China's treatment of its Uyghur population will be released. The office is expected to release a report on the conditions in Xinjiang next week. Before she steps down from her post on August 31st, the report has been in the works since last September and could bring China's actions in Xinjiang to light. It is expected to galvanize the international community into action against China's human rights violations. China could face more international backlash against its actions in Xinjiang once the UN report gets released. Reports about China's alleged atrocities against Uyghurs emerged as early as 2018. China is said to have detained as many as 1 million Uyghur Muslims in what it calls re-education camps. Experts and relatives of those who were detained have alleged grave human rights violations at the camps. This includes torture, sexual violence and forced sterilizations. China has also been accused of practicing modern-day slavery by engaging Uyghurs into forced labor. Bachelet gave an update about the report in a press conference. Listen in.
We are working on the report. I had fully intended for it to be released before the end of my mandate, and we're trying. Now we have received substantial input from the government that we will need to carefully review, as we do every time with any report, with any countries.
Bachelet has faced severe criticism for the delays in the Uyghur report. Her office was supposed to have released it last year, but its publishing was delayed without any reason given. There were calls for her to step down as the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights after she visited China in late May this year. Her visit was said to have been a sterilized tour that was closely monitored by the Chinese government. She admitted that she could not move about freely because of Chinese COVID restrictions. At the press conference, she spoke of her China visit and how it affected the timeline of the report.
Why it has been delayed? As you were aware, in early March, we reached an agreement with the government of China for the visit to the country. So this is something I wanted to prioritize, as it was important to visit the country, to engage with senior officials on human rights issues, to be able to convey directly those allegations to them. And following my visit to China, the report continued to be reviewed and finalized, because we need to also look at what we have seen in China, if it has to be certain things to be reflected or not in the report.
China has denied any wrongdoing in Xinjiang. After initially denying their existence, China claimed that the camps in Xinjiang were for vocational training. It has even lobbied in the UN to prevent the report's release. Several nations who have friendly or fiscal ties with China have stated that Xinjiang, Hong Kong and Taiwan are China's internal matters. The lack of consensus on Xinjiang has prevented the UN from ordering a detailed investigation, such as the ones it conducted in Myanmar, Libya and Ukraine. The report is expected to push the fence-sitting nations into action. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.